Hello Leo, this is Victoria from Mindful Twinflame and here are your 2024 predictions. Let's see what you're supposed to know about your love life, your mission and career, and what is the advice from the universe on how to best utilize the energies of this year. Happy New Year, guys! I did plan to finish these videos a little earlier, but it's been pretty hectic the last couple of days, so I just allowed myself to enjoy that holiday weekend fully and get back to you with the fresh, renewed energy. So definitely sending you good vibes. Hope that all your wishes that you made in New Year's night are gonna come true. And now let's see what we have as your reading. I'm gonna start with an oracle deck as always, and today I've got the Keepers of the Light oracle, one of my absolutely favorite decks. So let's see what comes out for Leo. This reading is for Sun, Moon, and Ascendant sign. So if you're watching for a Sun sign, please make sure to check out videos for your other placements too. If you don't know what it is, there is a link to in the description box to the website where you can find out. And of course, take only what resonates for you and leave what doesn't. All right, so you got Lady Portia, Divine Order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding, right? So there is a divine timing at play. So especially if you feel like something is confusing and you're not sure whether you should proceed, or you feel like something is off, or maybe even it feels like a punishment for something, just know that whatever it is, it's divine timing. And throughout this year, since this is a yearly reading, before you judge the events too soon, just see if there is, or kind of like feel through it with your intuition, with your heart, whether there is something divinely orchestrated there that you're supposed to see at the very least, to experience, to notice, right? And maybe even help change the direction or make new decisions. Okay, let's get on with the tarot. Today I've got the Tarot Grand Lux deck. So for your love life, why do I have it? It's okay, it's in reverse. I usually don't have reverse cards, but it came out like that, so I'm gonna take it. So we have 9 of Wands. But this card's actually good that it's in reverse. 9 of Cups. Look at all these nines. The Strengths. You could be dealing with a Leo, another Leo, but this could be you as well. And yeah, by the way, in general, especially if we're talking about relationship, it could be about the cross-watcher or for a cross-watcher. So if some of you are watching the videos for your significant other, you know, I could be talking about them, or I could be talking about you in that relationship. For the career space, we have King of Cups, beautiful. 6 of Wands, victory card. Who doesn't want that? And something important coming. So if we take this as a timing card, something important is coming up to you in 6 days. Some important news from the time when you watched this reading. And the Hermit, you could be dealing with a Virgo. For your career, or for your advice, I'm sorry, we have the Devil. Capricorn energy. We have High Priestess. Look at all this major arcana. That's like, even if we didn't have the Divine Order card, this like right away, right off the bat, is saying that there is so much coming as a divine intervention into your life. High Priestess is the Pisces energy. And Justice, oh my god, I swear I shuffled really well. And you've got the Justice card, so you could be dealing with a Libra. I mean, 5 major arcanas out of 9, and you have 6 of Coins at the bottom of the deck. So this year is going to be a lot about the equal give and take, and recognizing and valuing those interactions, those relationships, whether they're personal or professional, that where you feel like it's kind of, I mean, it's not necessarily a transactional equal, right? But you feel like the other person is as invested as you. And I mean, we all know that it's not great if they're not as invested, right? If there's like a big disbalance and you feel like you're giving and not getting anything back. And all in any trusting relationship is supposed to bring value into your life. And I don't mean that they're gonna give you stuff. I mean emotional value, like joy, love. Of course, it can be more material, but there needs to be, it's all energy. It needs to be an energy exchange, right? So that's like a baseline statement. And of course, if there's disbalance, meaning that they don't really give back, you know what to do. And I mean, it's more obvious usually. But equally, if they are a lot more invested than you are, and you feel like you can't really give more, right? Like it doesn't feel right for one or another reason, then it's also something to look at. Because wherever like the disbalance is, it's still gonna end badly for the participants. Is that especially if you are aware of what's going on. It's like, you know, you can't unsee it. You know, and now it's your choice how you want to handle it. So it becomes your responsibility, really, right? And if you decide to just keep everything as is, you know, you're just gonna call in some bad karma onto yourself, right? It's gonna create more karmic cycles for you to bring everything back to balance. And by the way, you have the Justice card here, so it's actually gonna be very, like this is another card of confirming how important it's going to be to keep everything in balance. The universe will be supporting you in this, but at the end of the day, it's up to you to validate and to compare where it's the kind of holy truth, where it's the right, you know, decision, it's the loving decision, and where it's an illusion or it's something toxic or it's a manipulation. And like when we interact with another person, it happens like 90% of the time that there is some sort of manipulation, there is some sort of agenda. But again, you can dig deeper and see what lies behind it, right? And like how healthy is it? Or, you know, like if the person has an agenda but they're still playing fair, that's fine. But if they're using unfair techniques in negotiation, right, they're kind of forcing you into a certain place, into saying certain things or making certain choices, that's a different story. Are they making you feel guilty, right? Guilt and shame is the lowest vibration that you can get in terms of emotions. Not many people know that, right? If that's how you feel, run away. Run like the wind. Anyway, back to your reading. Well, I kind of did the advice, but let's see what we have for love and mission. So you have 2 9s here. The 8, I feel like it is you actually. So it's like you're stepping into your own in terms of your activity, whatever you do, like personally, right? However you conduct yourself with the world, you're putting away the fears, right? And you are stepping into making your dream a reality. And if you did make those New Year's resolutions, like this is you having a lot of willpower and confidence to go towards it, right? That's what it's supposed to be. I don't really see another person here, I'll be honest with you. But essentially, if you make those kind of changes in your personal space, obviously will impact your relationships and will take them to the next level. Provided those people are aligned with what you're doing, with making more confident and brave choices. Not many people are ready for that. But as long as you keep it loving, as long as the other person understands where you're coming from and they are in alignment and they have a loving approach, it's all gonna work out. Even if they're not ready to join you, at least they will understand and support what you are doing. You know, if it's something that makes you happy, they should be supportive of it. For your career, we have the King of Cups, the Six of Wands, and the Hermit. So yeah, very kind of different energies. This is more about the external and again, how you relate to other people, although this is an empathetic, emotional king, right? This is the feminine energy represented through the masculine. You could be dealing with a water sign, with possibly somebody older than you, who would be that kind of wise, very grounded, very cool kind of vibe person who will be helping you master through challenging times, right? Help you with your stamina, help you not to give up and continue going into your victory. They'll be reminding you how important that is and how close you are. With the Hermit though, it will be asking you to step back from the noise, from other people, from like the hustle. It's gonna be very important for you to be finding those times of calm, of peace, of solitude, where you can collect your thoughts, where you can do journaling, very, very useful and very important for you, where you can do this introspection of how you feel about how things are going. Are you still moving in the right direction with your career and mission, or a change of direction is needed, right? Maybe you have the right team, but not the right project, right? It's not like if something's not going right, you should just abandon everything. Again, dig deeper, go further, and see what feels good, what feels bad about it. Okay, I think I'm gonna actually leave it here. It's such an exciting reading for Leo. I'm so happy for you guys. Whew, yeah, it's kind of a roller coaster, but here we are. It's gonna be an amazing year, I'm sure. Just a reminder that first of all, Mercury retrograde ended on January 1st, so hooray for that. If you had some important conversations brewing in your head, this is a time to start going out there and having those conversations with people. Also, don't forget that we have North Node in Aries throughout this year, which means that you will always be, it's another fire sign, so it's kind of your element, it's kind of your vibe. But Leo is still more about like presenting themselves to others. It's still like speaking to the audience. It's making sure that you are seen and how people kind of reflect it onto you. Aries is more about kind of like, I don't really care what other people think, you know, I'm gonna do what's right for me. And it is a different vibe, it's a different angle for you. And I invite you to look at whatever choices you're making, whatever endeavors you're starting from that perspective. See how it's gonna have a different vibe, how it's gonna hit differently. And the Aries and North Node is definitely gonna reward you for that. Because essentially you'll be moving towards that North Star. Not to something obvious, not to something other people will understand, approve, cherish, admire you for. But something that feels good and feels right to you personally, internally, very deep down. Okay, Leo, I love you guys, and I'll be back with more readings very soon. Bye, everyone.